What is up, YouTube? Welcome to PanFro Games. In today's video, I'm going to show you the best way to evolve every Pokemon that was newly introduced in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet's DLC, the Indigo Disc. Looks like we're going to have over 20 evolutions, and this is going to be very important for you to complete your Living Shiny decks. Of course, guys, like this type of content and enjoy these videos, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it. Consider supporting the channel by joining the Pan Fam by hitting that join channel member button below. But let's begin with some of our easier ones. And number one is going to be Hisuain Qwilfish. So they actually changed the evolutionary method of Hisuain Qwilfish from PLA to Indigo Disc. And to evolve him, you're just going to need to have the move Barrage on your Pokemon. So when you catch one, you'll probably already know it. If it doesn't already have it on it, you can go to Remember Moves and select the move from the list. And at that point, once you have the Barrage on your Hisuain Qwilfish, all you're going to have to do is just level it up once and you'll be able to get your Overquill. Just as a reminder, you can only get Overquill on the Hisuain version and not on regular. And this is going to be a really sweet Pokemon, and it also has a phenomenal shiny. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Next is Dipplin, and to evolve Dipplin to a Hydrapple, it's going to be pretty easy. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to your change moves and you're going to use a TM, the new TM Dragon Cheer. Now you get this TM by beating Drayton in the Indigo Disc. So you can actually beat Drayton first and then teach this to your Dipplin. Now, once the Dipplin knows this move, all you're going to have to do from here is just level up your Dipplin, so it doesn't have to be in battle or anything. And if your Pokemon is already at level 100, you can use a rare candy to roll it over. You won't gain experience, but you will be able to get the evolution animation here, and you'll be able to get your Hydra. And honestly, this new Pokemon looks absolutely phenomenal. Definitely one of the best designs that we have gotten in Gen 9. Now, our next evolution will be Galarian Slowpoke, and this is definitely one of the worst ones to do, and they made it pretty hidden. So what you need to do is you need to get enough Galarian twigs by just going onto this beach, which is north of the Coastal Plaza. Now, the Galarian twigs only spawn as sparkling items on the ground on this beach. So if you run around, you'll be able to see some sparkling items. I just picked up a whole bunch, and you know you're in the right beach because it's only going to have Galarian Slowpokes. Now, this other beach over here will not work, so you have to just run around on this beach. And the worst case is you won't have enough to get the evolution just from doing one round of this. So if you want to actually reset, you would save your game, and after you save your game, you would turn off your game and then go to your system settings and move the clock forward about 10 hours on your date time settings, and then it's actually going to reload the beach with a whole bunch of more twigs for you to pick up. So now that you have enough twigs, we're going to be going over to the Coastal Plaza area right here. And we're going to be talking to this lady here. And when we talk to her, she's going to be talking about, oh, I can turn those Galarian twigs into a Galarian cuff or a wreath. Now, if you spend 8, you'll be able to get the cuff. And you can make the Galarian Slowpoke into the Slowbro. Now, if you have 15, you can go talk to her again. And you can make the wreath, and you can use the wreath to make the Slowpoke become the Slowking. So now that we have both the cuff and the wreath, you just have to use it onto the Slowpoke like it's an evolutionary stone. So yes, you will need 2 Slowpokes, and you're going to go for the Living Shiny deck. You will need to have a total of 3 of these guys. So we popped the wreath onto it, and now we got our Galarian Slowking. Good luck. All right, next evolution is going to be Duraludon, and to evolve Duraludon, you're going to need the new item, a metal alloy, and you're just going to use it on the Duraludon to evolve into Arceus. Now, there are a couple ways of getting this item. You can get this as a random pickup in the overworld. You can get this as a dex reward as well for completing your dex, and you can actually also get this from the shop as well in the academy. And lastly, this is going to be a random item that will come out from the Pokemon lottery machine as well, so it's pretty easy to get this item in general. Arceus honestly looks really cool. Definitely check out the shiny if you haven't seen it yet either. Next up is Gloom, and Gloom has a split evolution into Vileplume and into Blossom. Now, if you want to get yourself a Vileplume, you can use a Leaf Stone, Blossom, you got to just use a Sunstone on it. Very simple to use these items. Very simple to get. They both spawn in the Paldea region, so you most likely already have one of these. You can purchase them from the shop as well, and you can also get these from the lottery machine and random item spawns in the world too. Good luck. Now for our next evolution, we're going to use a Sunstone on a Cottonee to get ourselves a Whimsicott. Relatively easy to get Sunstone once again. These were appearing in the base game, so you most likely already have one of these, but you can find them all over the Academy area too. Our next evolution is going to be Minccino. You're going to be using a Shiny Stone on it to evolve it into Cinccino. Okay, this Pokemon is just absolutely adorable. For our next stone evolutions, you can evolve above Alolan Vulpix and Alolan Sandshrew by using an Ice Stone. Vulpix is a Scarlet exclusive and Sandshrew is a Violet exclusive, so you'll definitely need to trade or do a home transfer to get the other one. Next up is going to be all of our trade evolutions. So you will need to trade with someone, whether online or locally, to get the final forms of these. Luckily, some of these will actually just spawn in Terra raids, but none of them spawn in the wild, sadly, for their evolution. So you could just Terra raid and be done with it as well. But if you want to get that shiny, I will recommend using the trade codes, and hopefully you match up someone who also has their own shiny, and then you can flip shinies and trade them like that. But Graveler evolves into Alolan Golem. For Magmar to evolve into Magmortar, you're going to need the held item Magmorizer. And you can get that from either the Dex reward, you can find it in the field, or you can get that from the Poke Lotto. Same thing with Electabuzz, give it an Electrovisor, and you can get that once again from the Dex, from the Poke Lotto, from just finding it in the field. Rhydon needs to hold the item Protector to become Rhyperior, and you can get that from the Lotto. You can get that from the field as well. Seadra needs to hold the item Dragon Scale. Once again, another field item, another Lotto item, another Dex reward item. And then Porygon and Porygon 2. Porygon needs to hold the item Upgrade, and then Porygon 2 needs to hold the item Dubious Disc. These are both early deck rewards, but you can also find them within the field, from the Lotto, and all that good stuff. Next up is Tyrogue, and this is a rather interesting evolution as it becomes either Hitmonlee, Hitmontop, or Hitmonchan. And is all based on your stats after level 20. Once you hit level 20 and you level up, you will evolve into one of the three. And it's based on what the current stat total of your attack and defense stats are. Now, if your attack is higher than your defense, you will be getting a Hitmonlee. If your defense stat is higher than your attack stat, you will be getting a Hitmonchan. And if your attack stat and your defense stat are the exact same number, you'll be getting a Hitmontop. Now, you can actually manipulate this by using vitamins like proteins or iron to boost either your attack or defense to make it perfectly leveled out so you can get the particular Pokemon that you want. And that does also work. EVs helps as well. The nature helps as well. All that matters at the end of the day is whatever this number says, and any sort of steroids or natures can assist or unassist with that too. Next up is Inkay, and this one is just very special. So you're going to have to put your Switch into handheld mode to do this. So you need to level up via battling a Pokemon, and then while you're in that battle, hold your Switch upside down. And when you hit that level up, you'll be able to evolve your Inkay into a Malamar. It uses the Switch's gyro in it, so you need to have it completely upside down. So essentially your Joy-Cons just have them upside down, and then you'll be good to go. Another thing is you cannot have any of your other controllers connected to it. So let's say you have a Pro controller like I am to the console at all, or it's going to think that the console is not upside down. So just make sure you're in handheld mode and you should be good to go. And for our last special evolution is going to be Milcery. Now Milcery has 63 different variants to it, and 7 variants are going to be shiny. The shinies are all the same, FYI, outside of the different sweet berries to them. So you have to give one of these berries to the Milcery, and you can find these from either Pokeballs on the field, anywhere in the Indigo Disc area. You can also get them from the Lotto machine as well. So just give your Milcery to hold one of these berries. Now, once you have one of those berries held, it's going to depend on 3 factors: time of day, and it's going to depend on what berry you have and which way you are spinning, left or right. So if you are going to spin to the right clockwise, you're going to get one form. If you spin to the left, which is going to be counterclockwise, you're going to be getting a different form. So you want to spin for 5 seconds for all of them. There is the rainbow one where you have to spin for 10 seconds during dusk, and then you'll be able to get all the rainbow variants. But I spun for at least 5 seconds here, and we're going to get one Milcery evolution here, and we're going to evolve my shiny one here, actually, and see which one we're going to be getting. But yes, if you want to have a living shiny dex of this, it's going to be pretty brutal for sure. But there you have it, guys. That is going to be all the new evolutions for the Indigo Diz DLC. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and have a good one.